Halloween's just a few days away. I don't know what video I should shoot this year. I remember the Great Sports Channel. What the heck? The heck is that? Okay. What? Reese's? Okay. Follow the trail here. Looks like it's turning. It's just going. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh jeez. This must have been the wrong turn. That's creepy. Five Nights at Freddy's much? Oh, speaking of Freddy. Hey Jason, what are you guys up to? You're just hanging out playing Pac-Man. Okay, well, I'll just let you guys go. I see Freddy's a little upset because Pac-Man's not going so well for him, so we're just gonna back up here. Retrace our steps. What's this? Now those are some Reese's that look familiar. Oh yeah. Oh, what we got here? Well, hello. Wow. Some ET pencil protectors. How cool is this? Well, you know what? I just might have to talk about these in my Halloween video. Very neat. Well, well, well. Looky where the Reese's Pieces led you. So here are the Reese's Pieces that you followed here so graciously. So I just wanted to do something a little special for Halloween this year. I was racking my brain and it dawned on me I didn't really have an idea for a sports related video based around Halloween. So over the past 6 to 8 months, going to yard sales, flea markets, etc., I started finding a lot of Halloween related items that I picked up. And I thought, you know what? Let's just shoot a non-sports related Halloween pickups video. And hanging off screen here, we got Mr. Krueger and Mr. Voorhees just hanging out, playing their Pac-Man. I thought that was a nice little creative thing to throw into the video. So we're just going to let them set up here, do their thing. I also happen to have this teddy bear laying around, and with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, recently coming out, I just thought, what the heck, let's throw that in there as well. So I'm going to do, again, a non-sports related pickup video. I hope you enjoy this content. These are all things that I collect, I guess you would say, outside of sports. So let me you can quick jump down below in the description to make this video a little bit faster if some of the things I'm showing don't interest you. So we'll just start off with what you saw in the intro. And these are my ET pencil cases. And I was at a flea market, and you can see the price tag of $3 on them. And I want to say they were on sale. Maybe for half off, so I want to say I paid $1.50 for this. So I just couldn't resist. I bought two of them. One of them did not, oh, actually it does. It's on the back, but I thought this one didn't have a sticker on there. But I thought these were super cool. These are circa from the 1980s, when E.T. was king, so to speak. And I just, when I saw these for the cheap price, I'm like, I gotta have those in my collection. I'm probably not going to open them because I feel like they maintain their value more unopened. So, very cool to have E.T. into the collection. And we'll move on to the next item. So, as many of you are aware, I do collect movies, some of the shows that I enjoyed back when I was a kid. And over the last 6 to 8 months, I've accumulated quite a few pickups lately. And one of the first ones that I found was G.I. Joe, the complete first series or first season, for only 50 cents at a yard sale. 50 cents. So I watched a couple episodes of this, really got back into G.I. Joe. It's been a long time. I will say that I'm a bigger Transformers fan than I am G.I. Joe, but I had a lot more G.I. Joes growing up as a kid because G.I. Joes were cheaper. As a kid growing up, I only had like one Transformer because they were expensive, and my parents just didn't have the money, or Santa, excuse me, didn't have the funds to give me a Transformer. So G.I. Joes were very commonplace in my household. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them anymore, but very happy to pick this up. We'll just leave them on screen. Another one that I picked up at an antique mall, and I paid around $8 or $9 for this, but it was still sealed. And I know this was a Walmart thing, that it probably wasn't $8 or $9, but it's Ninja Turtles seasons 5 and 6. And when I was at the antique mall, I couldn't remember what seasons I owned. And it stuck in my head, it's like, you don't own season 5 and 6, so just grab them. So I just grabbed this one. Hopefully I don't already have it in the collection. I'll have to go double check my CD or my DVD rack, and hopefully that's not one that I already have. Now in the same booth, I also completed a collection finally. I paid a little bit more for these than I wanted to. Possibly I could have got them cheaper on eBay, but when you factor in shipping and all that, it's not really that great. So these were around $8 or $9 also, and this is Tales from the Crypt season 3 and season 4, and this one is still sealed as well, so brand new on this Tales from the Crypt. This one was open, so I double checked to make sure everything was in there and all the discs were clean and open and whatever. So the reason that these are important, seasons 3 and 4, is this actually completes my entire run of Tales from the Crypt. I own 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. So over the years, I've always enjoyed Tales from the Crypt. Growing up, reading, the reprint comics. I've always enjoyed reading, horror comics, and of course, I enjoyed watching the television show back in the 90s. I even, my parents even used to hang out with me and watch the show when they re-syndicated it on Fox. I do remember that. And I actually carry around on my cell phone a picture of the DVDs that I had because I never can remember which ones I needed. So I would carry around a picture with 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7 on my cell phone. And then when I saw them, I randomly see them in antique malls. I'm like, oh, what season did I need? Oh, I'm missing 3 and 4. Well, the seller did have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I want to say. But I just needed 3 and 4. So now I have the complete run of Tales from the Crypt. And, I paid a little bit more for 3 and 4 to complete the set. I don't think I paid anywhere near $8, $9 for the rest of them. I probably paid $5 or less for the rest of the seasons. But I'm very happy to complete this. And with, that being said, perfect for Halloween watching. So we're just going to put those up there. Now another collection that I got for half price, which I already own this, and my wife kind of squawked at me when I picked it up off the shelf, and she was like, you already own that, you don't need another copy. I said, yeah, but discs on DVDs get scratched, they get messed up, and I said, even if I tried to copy every disc in my set, it would cost me more than what we're going to pay for this. And I picked this up. This is a Horror Classics 50 movie pack. And it was half price. Again, was not $5. I only paid, I think, $2.50. It was like $3 out the door for the 50 movie pack. And when you open this up, it actually has all of the discs inside. There's 12 discs total. And these discs are not the best quality of the movie. Obviously when you stick 4 movies on one dual-sided disc, you're not going to get the best. But right there on top, on disc 12 there, side A that I'm showing you, Those are two great horror classics, The House on Haunted Hill and The Last Man on Earth. The Last Man on Earth, a Richard Matheson, based off of a Richard Matheson novel. I'm a huge Richard Matheson fan. Richard Matheson is a great writer. All I gotta say is if you don't know who he is, definitely Google him and look him up. From his time on The Twilight Zone, and this is just a real nice set, but like I said, they're kind of cheap. These are just the dual layered DVDs from back in the day, and you can see where these would get all scratched up, over usage and over time. And I'm not going to go through all these with you because that would take plenty of time, but as you can see, all the discs are there. There's a Little Shop of Horrors, another timeless classic horror movie from back in the day. This one even has the 1922 version of Nosferatu on it. I mean, you're talking like probably the first horror movie ever. And, again, the quality is not the best. Night of the Living Dead, this is the original Night of the Living Dead. And I remember when I bought this, 10, 15 years ago, that was the main reason I wanted it, knowing that there was a copy of Night of the Living Dead in there. And I want to say I only paid like $10 for this back in the day, maybe 15 at most. But, I saw this for $2.50, and my wife's like, well, if you got to get it, I guess you got to get it. So, very happy to get the Horror Classics movie pack. And we'll move on to the final DVD pickup. And the final DVD pickup was from this guy himself, so Mr. Krueger himself. And it is the 4-film favorite Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4. And unlike the 50 movie pack, this actually has all 4 discs enclosed of the original DVDs. So these are not rebranded, to fit on one or anything like that. They are all here. They are in pretty decent shape. And again, I already owned a copy of this. And there's the original. I actually own 3 copies of the original now. I have this singly, then I bought this pack when it came out, and now I have a second copy of this pack. And I only paid $2 for this set. $2. $2 for all 4 of the first 4 Nightmare on Elm Streets. So I couldn't pass that up. I thought that was a steal of a deal. Now, I didn't pick this up in this pickups video, but I want to keep this guy happy right here because I don't want to wake up and find that next to my bed or something. And I just wanted to share with you my Friday the 13th horror pack. And this is actually a very nice collection here of Friday the 13th, and this is before they really kind of did these 4-film favorite things. And this is actually every movie, well, every movie to that point maybe, that has Friday the 13th 1 through 8 all here in one collection. So sorry about the glare there, but as I said, all of the Friday the 13th 1 through 8 plus some bonus extras all came in this set. And I remember buying this. I paid a few bucks for this. I paid, probably 25 to 30 bucks for this set, if I recall, back in the day. So it cost me a few dollars to get this one. But I bought that years ago. We're talking like mid-2000s that I've had this in my DVD collection. So, I've had this for a long, long time. So anyways, that's all the movies. Now we'll move on to the video games. So as many of you know, I also do a little bit of video gaming. To be honest with you, I've kind of slowed down in my video gaming as I've gotten a little older. I found that I enjoy the classics a little bit more than I do the newer video games. So I kind of have a library of here are the games I like to play, which I think is the best way to do that. However, I do find some games every now and then that just strike my fancy, and then I'm like, I'm going to buy that for collectible purposes. And that's what this is. This is a complete in-box, long box edition of the PC version of the video game Fear. And FEAR stands for First Encounter Assault Recon Team. And I don't know how this game holds up to today's standards, but I remember when I got this, I got it on the Xbox 360, I want to say, maybe PS3. I thought this game was awesome. You know, they made a couple sequels after this one, and I just thought this was a very underrated horror game that came out in the, in the 2000s that a lot of people just forget about. And basically the premise of the game is your super elite, army squad or whatever, rangers or whatever, and you respond to paranormal stuff going on, if I recall. And it's a first-person shooter, as you can see, like your Halos or any of those other games during the era. But, I just remember playing this and just being so impressed with it back in the day. When I saw this complete copy, and I'm not going to pull everything out, but it is complete. I saw this complete copy at a yard sale for $3. I'm like, I'm just going to grab that for $3. I made sure all the contents were there and everything, but I'm like, for $3, sold. And I just grabbed it, and I'm going to keep it in this box. I don't even know if I'm going to play it, but I just thought, for nostalgia purposes, I'm going to keep this. So we'll move on to the next finds. I found these for like $2 a piece at a flea market, and I snatched them up. This is kind of a adventure game, The Walking Dead Season 2. I already own this for the Xbox One, but I saw a used copy for $2. I thought, why not? This one's kind of a more humorous game, and that's Plants vs. Zombies on the PS3. I believe this came out as a cell phone game, and it was so popular, like Angry Birds or whatever, that they brought it to the home consoles. So I've actually never played this, so this was a unique addition to my collection. And it's just kind of a light humoristic game like Angry Birds, and you can play it on your home console. Now, the final thing I'm going to share with you is one of my most favorite horror franchises in video game history. I really wish they would have released the first one on a re-release, because that is a highly sought after game. I think you can download it on the PlayStation Network and all that, but to have a physical copy, you have to go out and find the original. And what game am I talking about? I'm talking about Silent Hill. Okay? Now this is the Silent Hill collection for PS3, and this is Silent 2 and 3. I'm talking about the original Silent Hill. As far as I know, as of me shooting this video, the only way you can get that is get the physical copy or download it on the PlayStation Network. Now the reason I bought this is I actually found this on eBay, but I originally found it in an antique mall. I found it in the antique mall used, and I looked it up on my phone while I'm standing in the antique mall, and the guy wanted like $25 for it used. Well, I went on eBay and I found a shipped copy sealed for under $25. So while I was at the flea market, I put that one down and I said, you know what, I'm just going to go home, order this off my eBay account, and I'm going to get this brand new copy in the mail. And I even haven't opened it yet, but I plan on playing this, this week, during Halloween. That's the perfect time to play it. And the reason I bought it is I actually own all 4 Silent Hills, in addition to the other Silent Hills that came out, like Shattered Memories, Silent Hill Homecoming. I own all of those physical copies. And if you are a video game collector, these are highly, highly valuable games. And we're talking anywhere from $75 to $100 plus on either of these games. Now, unfortunately, my Silent Hill 2 game is not complete. I'm missing the cover art. I don't know why I bought it without the cover art. Obviously, I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it used. I want to say with my Silent Hill, oh, there's actually the GameStop sticker on the back. Silent Hill 3 I got at GameStop way back in the day. But I bought those both used, and I didn't make a big deal out of getting the cover art. And unfortunately, that cover art's pretty expensive now because this is a highly sought after game. So I go back to, I don't want to put the wear and tear on these discs themselves. Yeah, no manual. Oh, the manual's in the front, duh. But I don't want to put the wear and tear on the discs. I would rather put the wear and tear on the re-release. So for less than 25 bucks, it was like 24 something with shipping and taxes. But for less than 25 bucks, I got a brand new sealed copy. I'm going to bust that open, fire up the PS3, and play some Silent Hill 2. I'm a bigger fan of Silent Hill 2 than I am 3. 3, I remember never finishing. I remember getting killed really easy in Silent Hill 3, and it was kind of like, I'm not going to play this one. And then I moved on with life and never went back to playing it. But Silent Hill 2, I remember when that came out on PS2, that was so awesome when I got this game. I would say this is one of the first used games I bought on the PS2. That's how long I've had this. So, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed all these pickups that I got on DVD. I hope you enjoyed the little intro and the short that I put together. I hope you enjoyed E.T. being there as well. Like I said, I was racking my brain to do a Halloween episode, and I came up with this idea. I've also been playing around with shorts a little bit on my channel, and I decided to do a short for this as well. So if you haven't seen the short, definitely check it out. I'll link it in the description below. I look forward to your comments, and I hope all of you have a wonderful Halloween, and stay safe, everyone. And as always, happy collecting.
Happy Halloween. Leave now while you still can. Who is that knocking at my door? Be gone with you.